Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel for another video on World of Warships. In this one we're looking at the tier 9 Japanese battleship Musashi, which used to be available in the armory and for free XP at one point if I remember correctly. However, she is not just mainly available for events. But is she worth it? Is she worth your time? Is she worth your effort to grind in the event? Or is she worth it to get if she comes back to the armory in the future for XP, steel, or coal? But let's get into that in the video. So, survivability wise, 97,300 hit points with a 55% torpedo reduction. So, damn a lot of it's a lot of fucking hit points. She's got 3 times triple 406mm guns with a 26-second reload and a 26.5km max range. Her HE is pretty okay. 7,300 max HE damage with a 35% fire chance and a 77mm penetration capacity. She also has a max damage on her AP of 14,800 with a velocity of 700 a second. Her secondary battery is 6 times dual 127s with a 7-second reload and 8.8km range. However, they can be pushed to 10.6 proper build. However, I do lack a 19-point commander. I'm getting very close to it, so that will be pushed to 10.6. You do also get the 4 times triple 155s. However, they have a very slow fire rate of 11.4 seconds and a 10%, though they have a 10% fire chance, so that's not bad at all. So, airstrike wise, you get Musashi H6K to attack flights off them with 2 bombs per attack flight, with a maximum damage per bomb of 4,200. Not very good with depth charges, so I'm not going to comment much on them. Your AA defense is very mediocre. It's 2 times dual 13mm, 12 times 3 25 mils, and 6 times dual 127. Sorry, the continuous damage is 106, with damage by shell explosions 1,540 and priority sector 35%. Your firing range is 5.8 kilometers for your max AA range. However, it is worth noting that there are tier 5 battleships such as Koenig and Iron Duke that have better AA in this thing, so it's not the best. Maneuverability wise, it's not too bad. However, you can get some tight damn turns in it. Max speed is 27 knots, turning circle radius 900 meters, and an 18.7 second rudder shift time. However, depending on what way you use it, like for example, if you slow down and accelerate in the turns, you will turn a lot tighter, which is pretty handy to do. Concealment is nothing impressive, 15.7km range, detectability range by sea, 0 to 11.5 by submarines, 11.5 by aircraft, and 2km assured detectability. It is a Yamato before the upgrades essentially, so detectability is pretty piss poor to be honest with you, with the size of the vessel. So the pros, let's run this up. The pros: 416mm guns, 18.1 inch. You'll overmatch the bar of nearly every other ship in the game at most ranges. So yeah, it is very good that way. You will deal damage. It's very hard to angle against these guns. It's got the best DPM of any tier 9 battleship with main battery modification. Extremely long range of 26 kilometers. Secondaries, as I said, can be pushed to 10.6. Quite a tight turning circle for a battleship, especially if you go into her correctly. She is tied with the Yamato for best torpedo protection at 55%. However, she actually has more hit points than the Yamato, which is pretty funny actually. She's got extremely reliable armor, especially in the horizontal armor against American AP dive bombers. Still vulnerable to Graf Zeppelin, ironically, but if you angle her armor correctly, she is very strong against everything, even AP bombs. Increased uptime and decreased cooldown on catapult, fighter, and spotting aircraft. So, to be honest with you, the fighter is a must for AA protection, in my personal opinion. So, it is definitely worthwhile having. You don't really need the spotting aircraft, as you're not shooting it definitely not going to hit something more than 26 kilometers. Happened before, but you're not really going to do it. As well as the fact you do have a better rudder shift time than the Yamato, ironically. Now, all these pros do come with some cons. You have extremely weak anti-aircraft battery, which is comparable to tier 5 battleships, ironically. However, some tier 5 battleships have stronger AA. Your turret traverse is very slow at 2.5 degrees a second. very cumbersome and a very slow ship, especially getting her up to speed. Her citadel is very vulnerable from broadsides, and her dispersion leaves a lot to be desired. That's the best way to put it. Now, this is the biggest pro. It's a premium, so you don't have to upgrade anything. You don't have to research a new hull. Random, beautiful upgrade thing about being premium. Now, optimal configuration-wise, main armaments 1, damage control systems 1, aiming systems 1, damage control system 2, concealment mod, main battery 3. However, you can, if you wish to, use auxiliary armaments over main armaments modification 1. You can also use main battery modification 2 over aiming systems modification 1. And for slot 6, if you really do wish to, you can move from main battery modifications 3 to auxiliary armaments modification 2. But it doesn't really move too much, to be honest with you. Now, for commander skills, personally speaking, gunner feeder and emergency repair specialist, to me, it's very closely knit between them two, which one you would go for. Personally speaking, I think emergency repair specialist, that's my personal opinion. Definitely go for grease the gears, and if you have the extra points, priority targeting, well, priority target or priority indicator, whatever the hell you want to call it. Then for number 3, adrenaline rush, 100% adrenaline rush is a boost to your fire rate and is really handy to have. Or basic survivability. For tier 4, there's 3 very closely knit ones: emergency repair, concealment expert, and fire prevention expert. Definitely, you could also go for manual secondary battery aiming as well. However, personally speaking, emergency repair expert is a very good one to go for. Anyways, what's your consumables? You get damage control party, repair party, spawning aircraft, or catapult fighter. Personally speaking, I prefer the catapult fighter, as while it only gets 3 charges, it is some additional air defense, and it means you're not going to be a pincushion to bombers or torpedo bombers. So it prevents what happened in real life happening to it in some aspect. It won't prevent all, but it'll prevent some. Anyways, with that, everyone. Well, you said what happened to her sister to ship, to be exact. But anyways, with that, everyone, thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe, and if you haven't already, please do join us over on Discord, as we're trying to build a more active Discord community. We're trying to build a clan in the NA server for World of Warships and getting it more active. Hopefully getting to do clan battles and some fun stuff like that. Anyways, with that, everyone, thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I shall hopefully see you in game on Discord or over on Twitch.